Please be upstanding for the graduates and the official parties.
ngā ki pūrehuroa, koutou kua tūrangatira, o koutou maunga, o koutou wawa, o koutou moana e, tēnei te mihi kia koutou e whai nei ngā tapu ai a tāne nui a rangi, ki te tihi o ngā rangi e tēnā koutou, whakatau maira, whakatau maira.
A tēnā koutou katoa, he mihi tino mahana. Warm greetings to you all gathered here today. I declare this congregation to be in session. Please remain standing as we start our proceedings today with the University Waiata, Te Kuninga ki Purihiroa. Please be seated. A tēnei te mihi atu, ki te iti, ki te rahi, te katoa. Koutou, kua roi ka mai nei i tēnei rangi nui whakaharahara. I tangi tonu ana, te nākau mō rātou kua naru i te tirohanga kanohi haere, koutou haere o te atu. Ki tātou te kanohi ora, e hui nei, i raro i te maru o Oteha, tēnā tātou. Ki te iwi kainga, Ngāti Whātua, ki Kaipara, tai atu ki ona pirenga katoa, tēnā koutou katoa. No reira, e nā karangatanga katoa, tēnā koutou, a tēnā koutou, a tēnā tātou katoa. Vice Chancellor, Massey University Council members, members of the university community, members of the event team, distinguished guests, graduates, and families. My name is Michael Ahi. I am Chancellor of the Massey University Council, which means I chair the group responsible for overseeing the university's governance, as well as having the very great pleasure in presiding over graduation ceremonies and conferring qualifications to the successful students of Massey University. Firstly, my thanks to all of those involved in putting this ceremony together. Graduation is always a special event for the university, and I extend a very warm welcome to you all to this autumn graduation for 2021, the 6th of 8 ceremonies here in Auckland. At Massey, we strive to solve the real-world problems that stand to make a difference in people's lives. Through the combined efforts of our research and teaching, new solutions and discoveries are made to address the challenges that face us all. Graduates of Massey University complete their chosen course of study with more than mere knowledge. They leave with the capability, the confidence to change the world around them, to establish new pathways, to lead the way, and to make life better for those around them. We are immensely proud of our graduates. And this week, Massey University is awarding to a total of 1,603 students, that's a lot of handshakes for me, And at this ceremony, degrees will be conferred and diplomas awarded in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, a total of 152 in person, plus a further 16 in absentia. Ladies and gentlemen, graduations are festive occasions and our biggest celebration of academic success. And while today is about you, the graduands, it is also about your family and your friends who have encouraged and supported you and who are here to acknowledge your success. So, to those of you in the audience, when your loved one takes to the stage today, don't hold back. Be exuberant, be loud. Their few seconds on stage mean all the more for you being here, so please don't be afraid to contribute to their experience. Graduands, by the end of today, you will be all part of a Massey alumni family more than 150,000 people strong. As Chancellor, I welcome you to this new whānau and hope that through the many connections it offers, your careers will be supported and your lives will be enhanced. I say this to you because your university cares about you. You are each part of the Massey University legacy, part of a story now written, and part of the chapters yet to come. Graduates, before you cross the stage, I wish you congratulations once more. Continue to work hard. Take all the opportunities that life gives you. I know that you will continue to aim high and succeed in whatever you choose to accomplish in your life. Do us proud. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, a tēnā koutou, a tēnā hui mai tātou katoa. By the authority of the Council, therefore, of Massey University, I, Michael Ahi, Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and on those in absentia. Dr. Sally Clendon, Senior Lecturer in Speech and Language Therapy, and Dr. Damien Rogers, Senior Lecturer from the School of People, Environment and Planning, will call the names of graduates and recipients of certificates and diplomas in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Professor Cynthia White, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, College of Humanities and Social Sciences, will hand out the parchments.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Diploma for Education Support Workers the candidate I'm about to name, Grace Chai May Tang. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor in Speech and Language Therapy the graduates I'm about to name. Claire Helen Crooks. Joanne Lee Etzinger. Lauren Rebecca Freer. Lacey May Glenville. Shauna Kerry Glendenning. Shika Handa. Shelby Michaela Silger. Hannah Kate Vortier. Celine Ann Warwick. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Speech and Language Therapy with honours the graduands I'm about to name. Abigail Elizabeth Akusma, First Class Honours. Boyang Choi, First Class Honours. Lily Mae D. Felice, First Class Honours. Tanya Emma Fonseca, First Class Honours. Erica Therese Fox, First Class Honours, Massey Scholar. Abigail Amber Gates. Charlotte Victoria Hood. Laura Esther Maka, First Class Honours. Mays Elreem Mustafa. Brianna Jessam Osterbrook, First Class Honours, Massey Scholar. Emma Thomas, First Class Honours. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Certificate in Teaching English as an Additional Language the candidate I'm about to name, Erin Mary van der Peet. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma of Teaching Early Childhood Education the candidate I'm about to name, Kirstine Marama Rapson. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma of Teaching Primary the candidates I'm about to name, Siran K.H. Mustafa Al-Jayab. Lauren Holly Ambags. Emily May Bingham. Amy Louise Bradley. Rachel Braham. Jessie Ray Burgess. Stephanie Janie Cave. Shona Patrina Chamberlain. Nicola Ann Coventry. Lisa Marie Dixon. Michelle Susan Dixon. Brittany Lynn Fletcher. Alicia Grace Gilchrist. Laura Patricia Hegan. Janet Hilliard. Lisa Marie Inglis. Rebecca Jun. Richard Michael Meehan. Anna Brooke Muley. Amelia Eilina Helen O'Malvina. Sharon Jill Vitalis Pang. Christina Purdon. Sally Ann Robin Richardson. Catherine Emma Scott. Darnell Smith. Megan Faye Smith. Gloria Siapoa Tavila. Olivia Jade Thomas. Hannah Jane Talk. Claudine Michelle Wallace. Sanjay Agarwal. Leslie Margaret Dixon. Letitia Jansen van Rensburg. Chong Luo. Emmy Maria Pittman. Rachel Jane Titchener. Thank you, Chancellor.
Kia ora anō. Thank you, everybody. It is now my great pleasure to invite Claire Amos to address the graduates. Claire is principal at Albany Senior High School in Auckland. She was also one of the 3 foundation deputy principals at Hobsonville Point Secondary School. Claire has worked for a variety of schools and educational organisations in her 20-plus year teaching career. This has included working at a number of new and established secondary schools, as well as working on various national projects within New Zealand and the Ministry of Education, the Network for Learning, and the New Zealand Qualifications Authority. Claire was a founding member of the Education Council of Aotearoa and is a member of NetSafe New Zealand and 21C Skills Lab. She is passionate about her family, education, design and tattoos, living by the mantra, you can never be overdressed or over-educated. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a warm welcome to Claire Amos.
Tēnā koutou moho koutou mihi mai. Ko rangi tauta te maunga, ko waitamata te moana, no tamaki makoto aho. Ko Paul rawa, ko Pil oku matua, ko Claire toku wingua, no rewa, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. My name is Claire Amos, and I have the absolute privilege of being the principal at Albany Senior High School. At Albany Senior High School, we nurture each other, we inspire each other, we empower each other to achieve highly and be great citizens. We believe each and every student comes to us with unique gifts and strengths, and it is our dream to nurture those strengths so that after 3 fabulous and formative years with us, they will be inspiring young New Zealanders and world citizens who are empowered to make a very real difference. For this reason, I would like to thank the Massey University leadership team for inviting me here today. It is an absolute honour to address a room full of lifelong learners who have continued to nurture, inspire, and empower each other. Education is the key to developing ourselves and those around us, whilst also contributing to the community and the world we want for ourselves and generations to come. As Richard Branson once stated, there is no greater thing you can do with your life and your work than follow your passions in a way that serves the world and you. For me, this is what school and education is all about. And not only did you follow your passions and commit to learning, you did so in what may have been the most bonkers and challenging year of recent times. I mean, really. What can we say about 2020? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair. What a year to have been completing your studies. You have no doubt had a tough year, but you have in many ways had the most extraordinary year. As I reflect on how far we at Ashes came as a school, I am sure you too can reflect on how much you gained and learned in the last 15 months. On a personal level, you undoubtedly mastered the art of Zoom, Teams, Google Meet, Skype. You discovered how much could be achieved from the comfort of your couch. You discovered the very real charms of teaching and learning in trackies and slippers. You discovered that neighbours actually lived next door. And a whole lot of people had dogs that clearly never got walked and bikes that never got ridden until 2020. And maybe, just maybe, you discovered the secret of a seriously good sourdough starter. And it was indeed possible to binge an entire series on Netflix in a day and still get your studies done. But seriously, in what will in many ways be one of the most challenging years, there was also so much that we learned as a community, a country, and a planet. I mean, we masked up and hunkered down, saving millions of lives. We will continue to save lives, millions of lives, with new vaccines that were developed in record time. Carbon emissions fell by the largest amount ever recorded. The development of electric cars keeps speeding along. Last year, we made the land greener. We made the oceans cleaner. We even saved a lot of animals. We started a work from home revolution. And here in New Zealand and at Massey University, we demonstrated what great learning from home can look like. We, of course, continue to live in unprecedented times. We still have challenges ahead, but also we are living in times where it is possible for us to have a very real voice, and we can make a very real difference. We live in a country where we have incredible freedoms, which allow us to take action. You have attended a university and have gained a qualification that will enable you to affect the community and the world that you live in. I implore you to see the time that you live in, the country that you live in, and the learning that you have gained as something that is defined by one word: opportunity. Grab every opportunity with both hands. Make a difference and have a blast while doing it. And for those of you that we celebrate here today, I would like to share the wise words of Dr. Maya Angelou. Now the joy begins. Now the work begins. The years of preparation, of tedious study, Massey, and exciting learning at least begin to make sense. The jumble of words and the tangle of small and great thoughts begin to take order. And this morning you can see a small portion, an infinitesimal portion of the map of your future. You have still had to develop an outstanding courage to invent this moment, for you have invented it. Of all your attributes, your youth, your beauty, your wit, your kindness, courage is indeed your greatest achievement. It is the greatest of all of your virtues, for without courage, you cannot practice any other virtue with consistency. So go forth, be fabulous, be courageous, and be kind. I hope you leave here today feeling nurtured, inspired, and empowered. Remember, as you continue on your journey beyond university, that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. As we come to the close of the Massey chapter of your lives, I want to leave you with the words of T.S. Eliot. What we call the beginning is often the end, and to make an end is to make a beginning. The end is where we start from. So congratulations again to the graduates we honour here today. And thanks to the educators, the support staff, the family, whānau and friends who have made this journey so very possible. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Tēnā koe, Claire. Thank you for those inspirational words. Ladies and gentlemen, if that's not one of the most eloquent descriptions of 2020, then I don't know what there is. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, can we give a big round of applause to Claire Amos? Thank you. Tēnā tātou, we will now continue with the conferment of degrees and the award of university certificates and diplomas.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in education the candidates I'm about to name. Ruth Miranda Church, with distinction. Bronwyn Mary Discom. Henrietta Lydia de Courcy Fisher, with distinction. Alina Israel. Nadia Evelyn Jones. Manoj Kumar. Mele Lapasi Latu. Frances Eileen Mortel. Honeheke Napora Rankin. Heather Carmen Ogle. Aralina Sawar. Bina Siraj. Hipiasa Tolava. Anastasia Victor Ravana Turok, with distinction. Gemma White. Matilda Finau Leona Williams. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in specialist teaching the candidates I'm about to name. Deborah Louise Barker, with distinction. Karen Rochelle Beach, with distinction. Carol Dawn Bosman, with distinction. Tanya Marie Christensen. Lee Moana Clarkson. Lynn Elaine Clayton. Claire Elizabeth Delahaye Stokes. Natalie Adelaide Dyer. Catherine Louise Kerr. Carol Helen Leishman. Zoe Claire McBride. Julie Alarise Nicolai with distinction. Forward Ngā Hai, Ngā Hoa. Joanne O'Donnell with distinction. Alana Kate Orr with distinction. Adrian Heather Pemberton Carter with distinction. Maximiliano Perret with distinction. Angela Eve Robson with distinction. Tua Saliti A. Manson. Lindy Schoonrad. Hazel Marie Smith with distinction. Sarah Terua Okitai Te Miti. Noel Christopher Titai. Deborah Mary Thompson. Sarah Joy Tuhimata. Marianne Watani. Pauline Elaine Weir. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Education the graduands I am about to name. Helen Margaret Armstrong. George William All. Trevor Douglas Bills with distinction. Kerry Campbell. Karen Dorothy Farmer with distinction. Erica Frank with distinction. Andrea Joy Fulton. Helen Ruth Hain with distinction. Nadia Alice Hohipa. Kristen Tony Tracy Ingalls. Andrew Evan Johnson. Krishan Kumar Mani. Karen Ann Staples. Catherine Julia Stenhouse with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Educational and Development Psychology the graduands I'm about to name. Rachel Noel Bush, First Class Honours. Ronald Long Ting Chow. Louise Ann Field. Rachel Elizabeth Franklin. Maria Diane King, First Class Honours. Megan Titania Mackenzie Hurd, First Class Honours. Robert John Winthrop. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Educational Psychology the graduand I am about to name. Simatavai Alefio. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Specialist Teaching the graduands I'm about to name. Mandy Ann Bullard with distinction. Louise Jane Handley with distinction. Karen Marie Howell with distinction. Rachel Jessica Irvine with distinction. Shelley Ann Manuel with distinction. Natasha Tonaha Piringa with distinction. Uanise Mātai Talo Smythe. Malia Ioana Tuala. Janet Stella Utzinger. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in Educational and Development Psychology the candidates I'm about to name. Trudy Bailey with distinction. Shelley Ruth de Graaf with distinction. Charlene Marie Callagher with distinction. Teresa Catriona McKeever with distinction. Hannah Grace Adrian Miller with distinction. Joanne Orchard with distinction. Heather May Smith with distinction. Liam Michael Vandenbrink with distinction. Amy Slade-White with distinction. Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the certificates and diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Chancellor.
Kia ora anō, everybody, and it's now my great pleasure to invite Noel Te Tai to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. Noel has been involved in education since graduating from the Auckland College of Education in 1989. And during the years since, has been a primary and secondary school teacher, a guidance counsellor, head of department, foundation principal of the first Te Iwi Te Koro o Waikare in Te Tai Tokorau, statutory manager, Māori medium professional learning and development provider, and is currently employed as a resource teaching, learning and behaviour. He is a fluent Te Reo Māori speaker and has shown a passion for education, Māori education, and promoting Te Reo Māori throughout his career. He is well known in Te Tai Tokorau because of the work he has done in the education sector, highly respected for his knowledge, passion, and the effectiveness he brings in everything in which he involves himself. Ladies and gentlemen, please join with me in welcoming Noel to the stage.
Kia ora tātou. I'd like to meet that fella you just spoke about too. Kia ora huhu mai tātou katoa. He te reo klanga, he te reo whakamoimiti ka mihi. I acknowledge the klanga, the call of welcome and the words of endearment expressed earlier on. He te hunga kua wairua tia ka mihi. I acknowledge our dear and loved ones who are no longer with us. This lovely photo over here. Marta Harris successfully completed Year 1 of the Postgraduate Diploma Specialist Teaching 2019. Sadly, Marta passed away due to ill health. E te whaia Marta, e te taonga o te mate, oki oki rā koe. Whaia Marta, your Far North Cluster 1 RTLB colleagues and study buddies acknowledge you, and we miss you dearly. E te mana whenua Ngāti Whātua ki Kaipara, ka mihi noki. I also acknowledge Ngāti Whātua, tribal caretakers of this area. E ngā tumuaki motu hake, o te kuninga ki Pure Huroa, e ngā rangatira, e ngā ahorangi, e ngā ihorei, tēnā koutou. Esteemed Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Council, invited distinguished guests, dignitaries, luminaries, and Massey University staff, I acknowledge your presence. I acknowledge your academic excellence and achievements, and the special roles you fulfill in making today's ceremony extraordinary. E ngā mana, e ngā reo, e ngā hau e whā, ko whakakotahi mai, tēnā koutou katoa. To fellow graduates, whānau, friends, and guests who have travelled from the four corners of our beautiful country to celebrate this auspicious and significant occasion, I acknowledge your authority, your voice, and your presence. I'm honoured to be given this wonderful role as valedictorian to represent all graduates today. We graduates have been on a remarkable journey, academic journey. There are many whānau, individuals and groups of people who have supported us throughout our journey. I dedicate this valedictory speech to recognise and acknowledge you all. Me mihi ka tika. Give acknowledgement where acknowledgement is due. Me mihi ka tika. I use the analogy of a waka haurua, a Polynesian double-hulled traditional ocean voyaging vessel used by Māori and Pacifica people for long-distance ocean travel. Powered by sail and paddlers, they were made to withstand all forms of weather and sea conditions. Our waka haurua has been Massey University and its solid infrastructure to provide reputable, world-renowned, highly respected, and challenging academic pathways from certificate level to doctorate level. Thank you to the Massey University and the academic programs and course design team. Tēnā koutou. Me mihi ka tika. A key factor that contributes to a successful voyage is the experienced leadership team of helmsmen, navigators, and steerers. Throughout our journey, the lecturing and support staff from Massey University have assumed these roles. Thank you for leading, empowering, informing, nurturing, and guiding us during our journey and ensuring our waka arrived at its destination. Me mihi ka tika. Every successful waka haurua voyaging mission requires a land-based support team. Our whānau, friends, work colleagues, leadership teams from our workplaces, and financial sponsors have been that team. You have been there to support us through the highs and the lows. We are grateful for your support, encouragement, and understanding throughout this journey. Our heartfelt, sincere thanks to you all. E kore te aroha e mutu. Me mihi ka tika. The powerhouse of the waka haurua are the kaihoi, the paddlers, the graduates gathered here today, paddling relentlessly to meet deadlines, paddling throughout the night to ensure we arrive at our destination on time. Today, we kaihoi paddlers are rewarded for our dedication and perseverance to aspire towards academic excellence through the awarding of certificates, diplomas, bachelor's, graduate certificates and diplomas, postgraduate certificate and diplomas, masters and doctorates. Congratulations to us all. He mihi nui kia tātou katoa. Me mihi ka tika. I conclude with the traditional Māori chant to welcome back waka onto the shore. Join in if you may. Toia mai. Today we paddle our waka towards the voice calling to us from the shore. Ki te urunga. Today our waka will be lifted into the waka shelter. Ki te moenga, where it will lay. Ki te takotoranga I takoto ai te waka. There it will be maintained and prepared ready for its next journey. Today we disembark our waka haurua, indicating that our journey has come to an end. Nō reira e aku rangatira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Te wai. Auwe!
Tātou e, vai a te maramatanga.
Me te
aroha
e ngā iwi ki ako tapatahi, ki ako tahira. Tātou e tātou. Ia wehi. Tēnā tātou katoa.
Tēnā koe Tēnā te mihi ki a koe. Thank you so much, Noel, for that beautiful address. What a fitting one for this wonderful occasion. Kanu te mihi, Noel. Kia ora anō. Now we will move to the last official part of our procedures today, the conferment, important conferment of our doctoral graduates.
Chancellor, a doctorate, either a PhD or a professional named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement. Through the submission of a sustained piece of research expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications, candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years of full-time research solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduands by inviting them to come onto the stage, thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called Doctor. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Education the graduand I am about to name. Samantha Jane Heath. Chancellor, professional development and recognition programs assist nurses to develop expertise and meet their regulatory requirements. Mrs. Heath investigated why nurses do not voluntarily engage with these ongoing educational programs. She found that poor learning experiences shared by others, the lack of an education-friendly manager, and limited appreciation of the importance of ongoing professional education all directly impacted on individual nurses' decisions to participate. Chancellor, Dr. Heath. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduand I am about to name. Nicola Jean McDowell. Ms. McDowell developed a practice framework to support children with cerebral visual impairment, or CVI. Her framework was based on her experience of developing a successful rehabilitation program to improve her own overall functioning following a late CVI diagnosis. Her research on each component of the framework and on the framework as a whole showed that it may be an effective approach for supporting children with CVI. Chancellor, Dr. McDowell. Thank you, Chancellor. Would all our graduates please stand? He hoangare nui te whakatau atu I koutou, hei raukura o te kuninga ki pure huroa. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you as graduates of Massey University to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of your communities. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Congratulations. You may now be seated.
Tēnā tātou tupori. Thank you very much, Vice-Chancellor. And congratulations once more, graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the conclusion of our formal ceremony. And at the conclusion of this, guests, if I may ask you, are requested to remain in your seats until the processions have left the auditorium. I therefore declare this congregation to be adjourned. If I could ask you all to please stand and join with us in singing New Zealand's national anthem.